This terrible slaughter of the Alamo must be avenged.
Yeah!
In the tradition of Scarlet and Buffalo Girls,
I leave you in command of the women, Mrs. McClure.
Comes an epic world premiere you'll never forget.
Texas needs women like you and Sarah.
Dana Delaney, Annabeth Gish, Powers Booth, Michael York, Charles Dutton.
Things go badly. You gotta shoot me and then shoot Tildy.
Inspired by a real family saga.
I love you too, Sarah.
True Women, CBS Sunday.
Hollywood's Andy Garcia, boxing legend George Foreman, and country great Travis Tritt tonight on The Late Show with David Letterman. First, your local news.
Next on News 3 tonight, a doctor finds himself in a horrifying situation with a man he was trying to help. Then, a comedian is arrested in connection with a series of rapes on college campuses. We'll have the startling details, and we'll hear how long millionaire murderer John DuPont will spend behind bars next. It was an unbelievable day, one of the most spellbinding ordeals in recent memory. And after almost 4 hours of intense drama, a gunman holding a New Jersey bus driver hostage in Camden finally gave himself up as his hostage tossed the gun into the air. Good evening, everyone. I'm Larry Kane. It was an episode that gridlocked the city of Camden and saw courageous police officers walking a tightrope between life and death. Now, we have an amazing situation that occurred this afternoon. We went on the air at 4 o'clock, and we stayed on the air till 8 o'clock as the drama unfolded. Stephanie Stahl reports now on the situation in Camden, New Jersey.
Larry, an incredibly dramatic day here in Camden. First, let me tell you about the bus driver. He was initially taken to Cooper Hospital where he was checked out. He was emotionally pretty upset, but physically okay. He was then brought back over here to Camden headquarters for questioning. Also brought here the suspect, who, as it turns out, was known to police. The suspect, 34-year-old Dwayne Thomas, still wearing the switched bus driver shirt, was led into police custody. He's charged with kidnapping, aggravated assault, robbery, and other offenses. Police say there's an outstanding warrant for Thomas for a May 8th robbery at Lee's Seafood on Broadway, and he's suspected of 2 additional armed robberies. Thomas was described as being very agitated during the long standoff.
It appeared that he was concerned. It appeared that he was nervous. It appeared that he was apprehensive, and rightly so. A criminal act was taking place.
The bus driver, who was used as a human shield, is 52-year-old Samuel Harvey. He's been driving for New Jersey Transit for 2 years and is being called a calm hero during the dramatic standoff.
He kept his head. He did an outstanding job, and we're very happy that he's safe, and we're very happy that this culminated in the safe apprehension of the suspect.
The Camden Police Department, in a debriefing after the ordeal, is being credited with diffusing a volatile situation. At the center, Lieutenant Mike Kantner, who had his arms around the suspect at the end, he negotiated the very tense 4-hour ordeal to a peaceful conclusion.
He has counsel in the police stress unit, and he's a very good speaker. He puts people at ease, and he did a tremendous job.
Now, Lieutenant Kantner was exhausted after that ordeal. He went home relatively quickly. Ironically, he had been working since 11 o'clock last night and was successfully able to pull this thing off. Just an incredible job, and a lot of cool heads here in Camden able to pull off a peaceful resolution to this situation. Larry?
You and I broadcast this for 4 hours live today. Have you ever seen anything like it locally?
No, I must say it was quite compelling, especially we sat there and we watched that bus for hours and hours as they tried to get the door open, as they tried to talk the suspect out. It was truly an incredibly dramatic day.
Dramatic especially, Stephanie, for the police officers who walked a tightrope between life and death for those 4.5 hours. How did it begin? How did it end? News 3's Ren Scott was there also live for those 4 hours from the beginning to the end, and he is live in Camden right now with an update on what happened today. Ren?
Good evening, Larry. You know, this whole ordeal began with an attempted robbery of this jewelry store behind me here in downtown Camden. But what the suspects did not know is that police officers were staking out this jewelry store because of a rash of robberies in the last couple of days. So as the suspects moved in, the police moved in to stop them, and that turned into a 4-hour hostage situation.
Move it back! Just get back!
In the aftermath of an attempted robbery of a jewelry store, there was chaos in the streets of downtown Camden. One officer was pistol whipped by a fleeing suspect. Shots were fired, and afternoon shoppers were terrified.
They ran to the car. A cop, an undercover cop was standing right there. The cop tried to get him, and one guy started shooting at the cop. The cop got grazed. The guy came in there with ski masks trying to hold up the store. Automatically, a cop came in behind him trying to get him or whatever. And then he gazed. I guess all I heard was all this shooting.
A juvenile suspect was quickly taken into custody, but a second fleeing suspect, in desperation, climbed aboard New Jersey Transit Bus 3711 on its regular route from Cherry Hill, New Jersey to Philadelphia, and then put a gun to the head of the only man on board, bus driver Samuel Harvey, and started a 4-hour standoff with police.
And this individual fled, got on the bus, took the bus driver hostage at gunpoint.
For the next 4 hours, traffic in downtown Camden came to a standstill as negotiators tried to talk the man down over the phone. Police transmissions indicated that the man was extremely jittery and terrified he would be shot if he left the bus. Finally, just before 8 o'clock, the bus driver emerged, followed by the suspect. They were soon joined by a police lieutenant who finally convinced the suspect to give up his semi-automatic pistol. As it turns out, before emerging from the bus, the suspect and the bus driver changed clothes, apparently an effort by the suspect to protect his life.
You know, you'd have to climb inside his head, but I guess he was doing it for his own protection, just in case something untoward happened. Maybe he thought that was a decoy. I really don't know. You'd have to get inside the perpetrator's head.
An amazing story and amazing tension for all the people involved for 4 hours this afternoon. Now, as Steph mentioned, the suspect, Dwayne Thomas, he is now in custody. Also in custody is his 16-year-old alleged juvenile accomplice, who we are told could be used to testify against him as a witness when this case gets to the criminal courts. But again, Larry, the big story here is the way that the Camden police handled this situation smoothly, professionally. They talked this guy down. Nobody moved too fast. They knew they had a guy who was jittery, and it was textbook police work like I have never seen before. It was just something to watch. And as you mentioned, we were on live for 4 hours this afternoon, and they brought it to a peaceful resolution.
Ren, I think the most amazing picture of the day was the one that we saw at the beginning of the broadcast tonight, where the suspect handed off his weapon to the driver, who then tossed it in the air. It was just incredible.
And a lot still to be learned about what happened inside the bus and what was happening at that moment. Again, you had the bus driver came out first, but he was wearing the clothes of the person who was the suspect to try to protect the suspect. They had switched shirts, so you had the suspect who was behind him. Nobody knew who was whom. When the lieutenant came on the scene, he kept everybody calm. He kept everybody talking until he got the suspect to take his pistol out of his hand. It appeared almost to be in the back pocket of the bus driver. Everybody was calm. They got that thing out of his pocket, threw it out on the street, and it came to a peaceful resolution. Again, it was something to watch. It was textbook police work.
Okay, thank you, Red. While all that was happening, we have learned of a major bombshell in the mainline murder case. Police now suspect the accused killer was making plans to flee in the days after his wife, Stephanie, was murdered. Montgomery County authorities signed new search warrants, and News 3 has exclusive pictures of detectives seizing the car and possessions of murder suspect Craig Rabinowitz. News 3's Walt Hunter reports.
Tipped off by two of the suspect's friends, detectives found a suitcase packed with clothes in the trunk of a car owned by suspect Craig Rabinowitz. They claim it's evidence that on the day his wife's murder became public, he planned to take off. Inside Rabinowitz's house, according to a new police affidavit, two of his friends listened as the suspect allegedly told of his plans, quoting, "During the conversation, Craig Rabinowitz said, 'I have $20,000 upstairs and my suitcase in the trunk.'" And when detectives searched the house 4 days after the alleged conversation, the affidavit claims they recovered money, quoting, "On May 7th, a search was conducted of the Rabinowitz home. Found in a dresser drawer in the master bedroom was $7,800 in cash." The affidavit released by police only has one sentence of what was allegedly a much longer conversation Rabinowitz had with his two friends. Left unanswered the question, if Rabinowitz did have the cash and the suitcase in the car, why didn't he take off? Detectives hope, in the long run, the suitcase will open up other doors in this murder investigation. But in the short run, they believe the suitcase and the suspect's car, which was towed away, will both show he planned to run Evidence detectives hope to use against Rabinowitz as he tries to get out on bail. In Lower Merion, Walt Hunter, News 3.
Now, Rabinowitz's bail hearing is set for Thursday. His attorneys have no comment on the latest revelations in this case. In Delaware County, multimillionaire John DuPont was sentenced today. The convicted killer was handed a 13 to 30-year term for the murder of Olympic wrestler Dave Schultz. Delaware County Judge Patricia Jenkins handed down the sentence after DuPont apologized to the dead man's widow and children in his only courtroom statement. The state must now decide if DuPont will serve his sentence in prison or a state hospital. Schultz's father, Philip, reacted to DuPont's apology.
I accept his apology. I can never forgive the act, but I can forgive the man. I will never forgive the act as long as I live.
The verdict comes after 16 months after the murder on DuPont's Delaware County estate. Well, in South Jersey, it's not life, it's the death penalty for admitted cop killer Leslie Ann Nelson. A jury in Camden sentenced the transsexual to death for the murder of Haddon Heights patrolman John Norcross. But jurors failed to agree on death in connection with the murder of Camden County investigator John McLaughlin, forcing a life term in that murder. Nelson was in court this morning, but was not there when the verdict was read. The 39-year-old Nelson becomes the first woman on New Jersey's death row. Well, there was an upset win, big win in tonight's mayor's race in Camden, New Jersey. City Council President Milton Milan defeated the incumbent, former school superintendent and incumbent mayor Arnold Webster. Webster was vying for a second four-year term. Milan won the five-way race to become the city's first Latino elected mayor. Weather, what's going to happen tomorrow after today? We'll see soon.
Cloudy sky out there today, and hold on, looks like our roller coaster of weather continues. I'll let you know what you can expect tomorrow with your Franklin Institute forecast.
Also still ahead on News 3 tonight, a local school is in shock after one of its students dies unexpectedly. We'll tell you how it happened. Plus, look at this. A doctor finds himself in a horrifying situation with a man he was trying to help. And tonight, here on Channel 3, following Mario Puzo's The Last Don, Walt Hunter's special report on the new mob shows us the surprising new faces of crime. We'll be right back tonight.
Once upon a time, there was a car that was elegant, spacious, and refined. In fact, it was protected by a warranty package that was one of the most comprehensive in the land. Introducing the 1997 Sonata. Is this a modern-day fairy tale? No. It's a whole new Hyundai.
KYW News 3 this morning gives you weather first and a chance to win a great getaway. You can win a Roman holiday, courtesy of U.S. Airways with the only daily nonstop service to Rome. Discover this historic city with a complete vacation package from U.S. Airways Vacations. Watch Weather First all this week. You'll get one secret word each day. Send all 5 to KYW 3. Next Friday, the winner will be chosen from the correct entries. KYW gives you weather first and your chance to win.
Who is today's man?
Well, he's confident. Voracious. You know, he has an appetite for quality things. He's obsessed with quality. He wants a good price.
At today's man, a little money goes a long way. Now, choose from thousands of suits from designers like Burt Pulitzer, Ron Chereskin, and Oleg Cassini for only $199. Today's man, better quality clothing at less than department store sale prices.
Today's man, he knows what he likes. Boy, does he ever.
Saturn is sending cars to Japan that are just like ours with one exception. The Japanese drive with the wheel over here. They also drive on the left side of the road. Otherwise, their Saturns are basically the same. Same dent-resistant doors, same steel-spaced frame, same standard safety features, crazy drivers. So stop by your local retailer and check out their Saturns. Hello? Hey, can you hear me? Hello? This is a drag.
Now, Larry Kane, KYW News 3 at 11 continues.
Well, a public school in the Mantua section of Philadelphia will be closed tomorrow after an 8-year-old student died from meningitis today. Keon Tyler attended Morton McMichael Public School. He woke up with a fever yesterday and was rushed to Children's Hospital, where he died. Students were dismissed early today to give officials a chance to talk to parents who are frightened and very concerned.
I don't think I'm sending them back.
Why not?
because they might have it. I don't know if the school all right yet.
The children, they only live one time. If they go tomorrow, what then?
Health officials say parents only need to be worried if their child was in close contact with Keon. The school will also be fumigated overnight. Now, here are some of the symptoms of meningitis, which often mimic the flu: headaches, stiff neck, fatigue, and a rash. Now, district officials say there have been no other reported cases of meningitis. New York City's gay community is joining authorities in the search for suspected serial killer Andrew Cunanan tonight. Volunteers in Greenwich Village posted flyers with Cunanan's picture today. The flyers warn the area's gay population that Cunanan may be hiding in the city and that he is armed and very dangerous. Today, the FBI released some new pictures of Cunanan and hopes someone recognizes him. He's wanted in connection with 2 murders in Minneapolis, 1 in Chicago, and the latest in South Jersey on Friday night. And funeral services were held today for that South Jersey murder victim. Services were in Bridgeton, Cumberland County for 45-year-old William Reese. Reese was shot to death Friday at the Finns Point National Cemetery in Pennsville, where he was a caretaker. Authorities believe Cunanan then fled in Reese's red Chevy pickup truck. A shocker from New Jersey tonight, and actually from across the country. A man who worked the college comedy circuit was arrested today for one of a series of rapes in the Midwest. Vincent Champ was arrested at Newark Airport as he got off a flight from Bermuda. Champ is a comedian based in L.A. He was charged with a March 5th rape of a teacher at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. He's suspected in 3 other rapes and 2 attacks. Detectives say Champ performed in all states where the attacks took place. Right now he's free on bail with a court date set for next month. The man accused of killing the son of Philadelphia native Bill Cosby has entered an innocent plea. 18-year-old Mikhail Markasov appeared in court in Los Angeles to answer charges of a grand jury indictment. He's accused of killing 27-year-old Ennis Cosby in January after Cosby stopped to fix his flat tire. The prosecution has to decide by the end of the month whether it wants to seek the death penalty against the suspect. Another act of violence in L.A. An elderly man being beaten, but this time it was caught on tape. A tourist from Virginia caught the scene on his home camera. The doctor was apparently walking his dog and was attacked by a homeless man. This home video helped police identify the suspect and arrest him 6 hours later. The victim was treated at Cedars-Sinai Hospital. Well, first, her character came out of the closet. Now Ellen DeGeneres wants out of her television program. DeGeneres told TV Guide she's unhappy with ABC and she doesn't want them to renew her series. DeGeneres is said to be upset with ABC's lack of promotion for her second coming out episode, which aired last week. Now, contractually, Ellen must return for next season if ABC renews her program. Actress Jodie Foster is reportedly upset with her estranged brother about a new book he wrote. It's called Foster Child. Buddy Foster tells all about the actress's personal life and her relationship with her mother. Jodie Foster reportedly hasn't spoken with her older brother in 2.5 years. She calls the book, quote, a cheap cry for attention and money, and says Buddy has never been an intrinsic part of the Foster family. Well, if you watch the miniseries The Last Don tonight here on CBS and KYW3, you saw the story of an aging crime boss and the family he rules. In our area, there are young and different faces that comprise the new mob. And as Walt Hunter shows you in this News 3 special report, these new gang lords bring a bloody and violent style to local crime.
They are the new faces of organized crime.
We believe these defendants, these criminals, to be considered very dangerous as well as armed.
They're writing a new chapter in mob violence.
They beat them, shoot them, take family members, hold them hostage.
Sometimes they leave victims so badly beaten they can barely walk or see.
My brother get beat up really, really bad. He almost get killed.
Shielded by a language barrier and a code of silence tougher than even traditional organized crime families, Asian gangs invade homes and businesses and then seem to vanish. Police don't often make arrests, but when they do, they say what they find is frightening. The family, which lives in this Chester County home, knows firsthand. Early on July 31st, 1995, a restaurant owner, his wife, and 2 children were terrorized by suspect Zin Hai Go and 2 accomplices. They used this huge knife and a variety of guns. The victim asked we obscure his identity.
He keep asking me, you call the police? You call the police, I kill your family. Kill your whole family here.
Thanks to a secret alarm, the gang was arrested by police. Chester County Prosecutor Pat Carmody says these gangs are brazen and ruthless.
If any of these people, Mr. Wong's family, was to look at these men, they would slap them on the head, tell them to keep their heads down, not to look at them, or they'd kill them.
Gangs like the one that menaced the Wong family come a long way to commit their crimes. They start outside Hong Kong, then move to New York City and to the suburbs of Philadelphia. These new mobsters found America rich with opportunities to victimize innocent immigrants.
Mr. Wong came here as an immigrant to pursue the American dream, and he achieved it, and then we can't let bugs like this turn it into a nightmare.
This is a memorial for crime victims like 23-year-old security guard Todd Manga. Police say he was gunned down on the job at a Chinatown massage parlor by these 3 alleged gang members who are awaiting trial. 2 years later, the grief still fresh in his parents' minds.
It's extremely difficult.
Enjoy your children. Don't let a day go by that you don't pay attention to them, because tomorrow you may not have them.
For the Mangas, the new mob has brought the cruelest pain a parent can feel, the death of a child. The question now, how will innocent victims fight back? Walt Hunter, News 3.
Now, tomorrow night, following the conclusion of The Last Don, Walt Hunter's special report continues when you'll meet the victims that are standing up to the new mob. A New Jersey landmark, famous one, is getting a makeover. Skycam 3 flew over the Absecon Lighthouse this morning. The Atlantic County Lighthouse is 140 years old. $2 million will be spent on renovating the lighthouse, including restoring its unique orange and black color scheme. Still ahead tonight on News 3, we'll take you to Independence Mall. Are we in for another day of great weather? Don't miss David Rogers' exclusive Franklin Institute forecast. But first, tonight's winning lottery numbers. We'll be right back.
Your name?
Jim.
Well, Jim, I don't mean to be personal, but can that Beamer of yours electronically optimize its handling if it detects an excessive rate of yaw that could result in a loss of control?
I don't think so.
Bummer.
Find out how Seville STS outperforms the imports. Call 1-800-700-3500.
Bye-bye, Jim.
Call 1-800-700-3500 now.
Day's done, what's for dinner? What's quick and tasty too? How can I make it easy? ShopRite has the answer.
At ShopRite, we plan you save with great prices throughout our whole meat case, plus super weekly specials and great recipe ideas. Purdue oven stuffer roasters, 79 cents a pound. Cook's shank portion smoked ham, 79 cents a pound. And California broccoli, 79 cents.
Just ask, what's for dinner? ShopRite has the answer.
It's a really simple rule. When it comes to communicating, the clearer, the better. Sprint PCS. Wireless service with 100% digital clarity and less background noise. The replacement for cellular is here.
The Great American Ford Sales Event is in full swing at your Quality Plus Ford dealer. Now's your chance to save big. It's your choice. Get 1.9 financing or $1,000 cash back on America's best sellers, Taurus, Escort, or the legendary Thunderbird. Pick your savings today. Big cash back or low financing. 1.9 financing or $1,000 cash back on Taurus, Thunderbird, or Escort. Select your savings today and drive a winner during the Great American Ford Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford dealer.
Now, the Franklin Institute forecast with David Rogers.
And good evening, everyone. After a cloudy start and a cloudy day today, a few peaks of sunshine, things are finally going to start to stabilize for us. As we start our 3D vantage point out, you can see all the clear skies, especially across Florida. Keep in mind, this is the place yesterday. They had a couple of tornadoes across the Miami area. As we head northward, North Carolina, Virginia, you can see some of the widely scattered rain and thunderstorm activity. Not very impressive for the greater Philadelphia region. A few drops in the bucket today. Also some scattered showers just off to our west. Could see a passing one later on tonight, but the good news is things should start to quiet down for us as that particular mass of stormy weather moves off the coast. You can see the brighter cloud tops in association with that well off the coast right now. A cold front, the track through again, did bring some very windy conditions earlier today as well as a few drops in the bucket, but that's just about it. Things are really quieting down. Looks like the dynamics and the upper level support just wasn't there to bring us the rain that we were expecting. High pressure right now is going to start to take over, centered over portions of the Tennessee Valley. That's going to be heading eastward. Still the chance for a passing shower later on tonight, but looks like things will start to get a little bit better for us. And as we put our radar picture in motion, you can see most of the activity just falling apart as it moves into portions of the eastern Pennsylvania and western New Jersey. And again, maybe a passing shower tonight, but it looks like the trend is going to be for clearing sky. As we check in with our weather watchers, Brian Lasorsa in North Wales currently at 50 degrees to the south in Dover, Delaware. Jim Leach is 52, 56 in Atlantic City. Newark right now at 54, and Wilkes-Barre has a current temperature of 49 degrees. Here's what we're looking at on the surface. Things clearing out. Again, still some showers to our west that could pass through some of the northern suburbs. Tomorrow looking pretty good. Increasing clouds in the afternoon, and storms are moving across the nation very quickly. More stormy weather expected by late tomorrow night, going into Thursday. With that in mind, let's take a look into the future with your 5-day Franklin Institute forecast. Allergy sufferers, certainly a lot of the rain that we do get will help lower some of the categories, but grass, tree, and mold pollens all running very high. For Wednesday, again, increasing clouds in the afternoon, 68 degrees your high temperature. Mix of clouds and sun on Thursday, thunderstorms and rain, 70 degrees. And as we go into the weekend, you gotta love it. Write it down, looking real good. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, from the mid-60s to the mid-70s. That's your forecast for now. Have a great day tomorrow. Larry?
Thank you, Dave. Up next on News 3 tonight, Big Board Sports. The Phillies may have a new ace. Rookie pitcher Garrett Stevenson making his first major league start. Lou Tilley has the highlights on the big board next.
News 3 Sports is sponsored by Isuzu.
Welcome to voicemail. To listen to messages, push 3. To record, push 1. To regain a sense of balance in your life, push 5. To shed the trappings of the modern world, push 8.
Leave the world behind with up to $2,000 cash back or 1.9% APR financing on a 97 Rodeo during the Isuzu Great Escape event, which just got even greater with exceptional offers on every Isuzu vehicle we sell.
To vanish without a trace, push 7, then star.
I love you so. I want you to know that I'm gonna miss your love the minute you walk out that door. Please don't go.
That'll keep you company.
Don't go. Don't go away. Please.
It's no fun to be sick.
We take lots of vitamins.
My brother lifts weights.
I've had cholesterol tests done, and they're low.
I use a 40 sunblock.
And 1 and 2. Oh, my back hurts.
I think I'm a whiner, and I go, I feel terrible.
The last time I had my blood pressure taken, it was 120/88. Made me feel great. I want to live to be 100.
Whatever your state of health, for the right physician near you, call 1-800-JEFF now.
This is the Buick Celebration. This is the new look of luxury. The totally redefined Park Avenue. Sales are so strong we're roaring past the competition, including Town Car. $399 a month gets you leather, CD, and full power. Celebrate low 2.8 financing, 4.8 for up to 60 months, or take $1,500 cash. This is the Buick Celebration.
America's gonna celebrate.
Good evening, Lou Tilley. This was a baseball game tonight. I mean, an oasis in this desert of a season. Phil sent this kid, 25-year-old Garrett Stevenson, out for his first ever big league start. First batter, Royce Clayton looking. Second batter, DeShields down. Third batter, Ron Gant frozen. Second inning, fourth hitter, Ray Langford gone. Fifth hitter, Mark Sweeney, the fifth straight Cardinal to go out. And Stevenson allowed just 2 hits through 7, but trailed 2-0. When Scott Rowland slices one inside the bag into the corner, scoring 2 to tie. And then they got the lead. Into the 9th inning then. Phils 1 out, 1 on, 2 strikes. Ricky Bataligo firing. Strike 3. Lieberthal pegging. They get Langford to end the best baseball game of the season. 3-2 Phils. Now, young Mr. Stevenson, after the 5 strikeouts, allowed back-to-back solo homers, but that was it. 12 strikeouts in 7 frames in his big league debut. This is the kid they got from the Orioles for Inky. Very, very nice. You saw the story this morning. Garth Snow took offense at something the coach said about he's going to be a good goalie. Terry Murray said he didn't mean it as a knock. Here's the reaction from all the principals at practice today.
Yeah, we talked, and everything's blown out of proportion. Let's water under the bridge. Let's forget it, and let's move on.
I don't think there's anything that I need to retract, that's for sure.
As far as I'm concerned, there's no controversy at all. If you guys want to write it as that's your prerogative. But
the game is Friday. Murray says he'll announce his goalie Thursday. Now, watch this. Buster Douglas making his boxing comeback tonight in Biloxi. Now, Buster does just fine until the bell rings. Listen and watch. Louis Monaco with the late KO. Seattle beat Houston, stayed alive in the NBA, and Chicago is clobbering the Hawks. That's sports. Back to Larry.
He lost the fight, right?
Yeah, right.
When we return on News 3, a story about some real heavyweights. Find out why these pachyderms were weighing in. That's next.
It's every parent's worst fear, a child trapped or hurt in a life-threatening situation. What should you do if this happens to your child? And has Demi Moore lost her star power? Inside Edition.
Tomorrow at 5 on KYW 3. Tonight, we show you the new faces of organized crime. Tomorrow, after the last dawn, local victims speak out.
My brother get beat up really, really bad.
See how they're fighting back against the new mob. Tomorrow at 11 on KYW News 3.
When I say facts you report to me by 5, I mean 5.
You can kiss that promotion goodbye, shorty.
Your accountant's on line 1. The audit's next Tuesday.
Your wife's on 2. And where's the dry cleaning? Yeah, where's the dry cleaning?
Life getting a bit overwhelming? Try the simple thrill of an Accord Coupe from Honda.
They call themselves the Green Thumb Club.
Well, we're all retired, and the Green Thumb Club is a good way to stay busy.
They're pretty serious about it, but they really have a good time.
Oh, it is a lot of fun, but it wouldn't be nearly as much fun without Charlie.
Most of them come in here once a week or so and pick up something.
Well, you know Walmart has a great selection of flowers and plants, and the Green Thumb Club just might be their biggest customer. Wouldn't you say that, Charlie?
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
And Charlie's kind of cute, too.
Acme saves you more.
Ready for another way to save more? Introducing Acme Super Savers. Wishbone salad dressing Super Saver price 39 cents. Plus Hellman's mayonnaise $1.69. Star-Kissed Chunk Light Tuna 39 cents. Bounty Towel 69 cents. And Iceberg Lettuce Super Saver price 59 cents. Get them all with your purchase of $25 or more. Plus frozen turkey breast just 99 cents a pound.
Acme saves you more.
When you consider all that goes into making the new Oldsmobile 88 irresistible, like its roomy 6-passenger interior, its many extras, its affordable $23,200 MSRP, and the fact that 88 is the only full-size car to earn Consumers Digest Best Buy Award an unprecedented 7 years in a row, we couldn't resist adding one more. Now, get $1,500 cash back. 88 by Oldsmobile. Simply irresistible.
Imagine not stepping on a scale since 1991, Lou or Dave. Well, that's the case for some gentle giants. But today was D-Day, and they're really tipping the scales. This is no elephant joke. It's a real-life endeavor at the Buffalo Zoo. It's been 6 years since their herd of pachyderms has been weighed. Buffalo Zoo officials say they like to record the elephant's weight occasionally to check on the animal's seasonal changes in their health. In light of the series with the Flyers, I guess this is all they have to do these days in Buffalo for excitement. Dave Letterman is next. Tonight's guest, Andy Garcia, boxing great George Foreman, and singer Travis Tritt. Have a great night. Thanks for being with us.
Someone to
Closed captioning underwritten by a grant from Aetna U.S. Healthcare. You'll feel better with us.
Top breeders talk about what they feed their dogs.
My dogs are champions. They love to eat. And when they eat, they love to eat
Kibbles and bits! Kibbles and bits! We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits! We're gonna get us some kibbles and bits!
Kibbles and Bits beats pedigree with a taste that's preferred 4-to-1, and it's 100% complete nutrition.
Boys!
From now on, we're gonna get us some kibbles and bits!
Great taste, complete nutrition. It's gotta be Bits.
Heel.
If you've been trying to run down one of those rugged new minivans from Pontiac, your dealer's got an easier way to rope one in with this special limited time introductory lease offer on the all-new Transport. But saddle up now, because they're really getting along.
Only at your Pontiac dealer.
Circuit City's 48th anniversary sale is going on now, and you'll pay no interest till $19.98 on all Sony purchases $4.99 and up, all Hitachi 8mm camcorders, and all RCA 8mm camcorders $449 and up. Like this RCA 8mm camcorder, just $449.99. And if you're looking for a new computer, you'll get a $300 price break on this Toshiba laptop, now just $1299.99. Only during Circuit City's 48th anniversary sale.
Only one station in Philadelphia plays nothing but classic hits. 1029 MGK. 1029 MGK.
Laser lights that could impair your pilot at the controls. Next, AJ.
CBS. Oh, it's that creepy eye.